So I thought it was time to continue with my diary days, and we're continuing through the academic part of the archive. We had got up to year 9. Now year 10 is a little bit different. Years 10 and 11 are your GCSEs. It's compulsory that you stay on for your GCSEs in this country, though it's not really compulsory that you do very well in them. And once you get to the end of year 11, you can leave if you wish. So they were still, where are we? That is year 10, good. They were still producing the module reports on the jazzy, more professional looking pieces of paper. I hasten to add that I am not doing all the subjects, because obviously now I have gone from doing the national curriculum onto the curriculum that I have chosen with some guidelines. The guidelines are that you have to take English, Maths and Science, that you have to do a certain amount of physical education, but I don't think that's actually marked in GCSEs or anything like that. That you have to take one modern language. I took German. We only had the choice when I did it of German and French, although of course they expanded after that. And then you were supposed to do a technology. I did food technology. And then the rest was really up to your own choice. I did religious education, GCSE music, drama, and then I did an extra science, which was physiology and health. And so there was less all-round subjects, but we were studying them sort of more in depth, if you like, and there are plenty of them here. Oh, they're not all in the right order, I don't think. Let's try and get them in the right order, shall we? This is bad. And in fact, this is very interesting as well, because some of these are duplicated. That's why. Do you know? I thought there was quite a lot of them. So that's the 22nd of October, the 18th of December, the 12th of February, which is again duplicated twice. I don't know why I've got so many duplicates of this. And the 21st of May. So there we are. They also changed the merit awards. You didn't get a merit award for a certain number. Instead, you got written how many merit awards you got of each. So, for example, in terms of the bronze merit awards, I got 37. And that's my certificate for that. In terms of the silver merit awards, I got 2, and in terms of the gold medal merit awards, I got 4. I also attended prize giving that year, 1997 that was, and that is for music. Of course, remember that they're always included in the next year, if that makes sense. They're including in the autumn of the year after you actually win them, because they're awarded to you for an academic year, and then you have to accept the prize at prize giving, which is obviously at the start of the following year. At the end of year report for that, for year 10, obviously you always get the tutor's report. He says, I'm a reserved and mature member of the form, positive attitude towards my studies, sets himself high standards. I don't think he really has a clue. It's funny because we had him all the way through from year 8 to year 10. And I still feel that the first person we had in year 7 and later people knew me better, and they hadn't had the pleasure of me for about 5 years. I don't know. What are we looking for? It all looks very good. In fact, it does all look very good. Yes, nothing really to say about that, except that it was all good at that point in time. Now, I did some extracurricular activities as well, and they involved doing my clarinet stuff, and I had progress. These, I hasten to add, are copies of the module reports that were actually printed in our handbooks, in our day books, and that, of course, was all the merit awards that I won. There, they had to sign them off, and I've got 2 progress reports. One that says that I've made steady progress. That was, of course, when I did my grade 3. Lots of improvement, willing student, blah de blah de blah. Grade 1, he would like to see me join the wind ensemble, which I did, but not for very long, because there were only about 2 of us in the clarinet section, and I just was not that good. You see, my problem with music is that I do everything by ear. I cannot read music to save my life. I have tried. I know people say it's quite easy, but if there is such a thing as dyslexia for music, that would be what I've got. I just cannot process that language into the thoughts that I need to move my fingers quick enough to make it work. So what I used to do was I basically had to learn it off by heart, learn everything off by heart on rote. And I got to grade 3 clarinet. I did grade 1 and grade 3, or was it grade... Yes, or grade 2 and grade 3, I can't remember which one it was. But the point was that I can't play grade 3 clarinet stuff at all. I can play the pieces set for the grade 3 clarinet exam, apart from the sight reading, where I just started on a note and hoped to hell that I would manage to hit the right notes. So I got a D in the end of my GCSE music, but that was because of my performance, which was actually by voice, and it wasn't my mistake, it was the mistake of the person who was accompanying me on the piano at the time. Okay, we carry on, and it's year 11 now, and I'm still doing the same subjects, and I'm still getting very reasonable results, apart from in physical education, obviously. What have we got? We've got 23rd of October, 2nd of December, 19th of January, and the 1st of April. Again, these are the module reports that I've got written out by hand, these from our handbooks. But it also has things inside like, targets to achieve and all sorts of things, all sorts of rubbish we had to write on our things. It was a bumper year in terms of prize giving as well, because I was in the choir which performed at the prize giving, and B, managed to get that, which is nominated for 3 different subjects: English, Maths and Science. I assure you that most of that was effort and not attainment. But you see, the good thing about our school was it was prepared to celebrate and reward effort, even if it didn't automatically turn into attainment, because their logic was that the attainment would be even lower without effort. So it was a success either way. That's how they saw it anyway. The end of year report in year 11, and what have I got? This time they're saying slightly different things. They're saying his reports do indicate certain areas for focus, but I feel sure he'll work towards improving them. Drama says that I've done very well, but I have an issue with tone. I don't know why. I can't possibly have an issue with tone, but there we are. I'm not monotone, am I? But there we are. Didn't like the teacher for that. Yes, I have to reread set texts for English. I've got to work on the quality of my coursework for food. I have to work very hard in music. She draws the line at saying I can't read music, but it's true. Not so bad in German. I've got to seek clarity on anything I don't understand in maths. Maths was a really tough subject for me. I'm shit at physical education, but do try very hard. I've got to put in more effort in physiology. If I do, I will do well. If I don't, I won't. I did, and I did. And science, I need to work on areas that I'm less confident in, and ask staff for help when he encounters difficulties. So there we are. I actually did not do too badly. I got 5 Bs, 4 Cs and 1 D in my GCSE. I said that the D was in... Excuse me. The D was in music, not entirely my fault, though very well deserved, I think, considering how much I'd done in music and how little I could still actually read it at all. We move on. A lot of people left, but the option was that we could go to college at this point, or we could stay on at the 6th form. So I stayed on at the 6th form, and I did A-levels, or in fact I did 1 A-level in biology, and I did an advanced GMVQ in health and social care. GMVQs at that time were not so well known. They stand for General National Vocational Qualification, where the GCSE stands for General Certificate in Secondary Education. And the thing about the GMVQ was it has a completely different set of grades. So it's difficult to convert your GMVQs into grades, because you don't get A, B, C or whatever. You get pass with distinction, pass with merit, just a pass, a fail. And so basically they tried to say that, you know, A distinction was basically A grade. Merits are, you know, B and C. B, and pass is maybe C-ish. That was the idea. But some of the universities were a little bit sceptical in buying that, because I, of course, got distinction and a C grade in biology. So effectively, my grades were A, C, and they basically treated it as if it was all C, because they don't really care about GMVQs. Now, that's changed now, and they're big into GMVQs, but they weren't at the time. So there we are. Let's go straight to, well, let's have a look at this, but I don't think there's anything. This is the year 12. You see, because now I'm only getting 2 grades on my module reports, which is silly, isn't it? They've also changed their style again, and this is partly because they have to explain there the the GMVQ into the A-Levels. So they've changed their style with that again. And then I got to the end of year report. And of course there's only 3 contributors to this. My teacher in biology, my teacher in health and social care, and of course my form tutor. Now my form tutor has changed here, and he's bizarre. I think he read me quite well, but there we are. David has always struck me as a deep, sensitive person, and over the past academic year it has been a pleasure to gain an insight into such a complex young man. My academic reports speak for themselves. Ability and drive is well documented. In terms of careers, I show maturity, drive and focus, and that's about it. And I think he knew me a lot better than the other one, and I'm not just saying that because he was more complimentary either. Health and social care, pleasant, likeable, hard-working, who has impressed his teachers with his committed, positive approach. We believe he can easily achieve a merit with extra effort and determination. This can become a top distinction grade. It's up to him. We believe he has the ability, but he needs to put in the energy, and I did. In terms of biology, you know, I found biology quite difficult. Biology in GCSE is a proper subject. Biology, when you get to A-level and degree level, there's no such thing, because if you break biology down, it's just applied biochemistry, really. And of all the sciences, chemistry was probably my weakest. Physics wasn't much better, but I was outstanding at biology when it was literally biology. When it wasn't so detailed, it ended up being biochemistry. So it was quite a struggle in the following year to get that biology grade at C. At the end of module 2, I was on DA, D for attainment, A for effort. And across the others it was all C in module 1, C in module 2, C in module 4, whereas for GMVQ it was on course for a distinction all the way through. So that was not the easiest thing in the world for me to achieve. And of course year 13 ended with our year report just before we actually took the exams. We changed form tutor again. He says a polite, helpful student, approached his studies with maturity and enthusiasm. What does he say? Health and social care is a joy to teach, likeable character, and a desire to do well. And in biology they say that I've made tremendous progress. Honest, hard-working approach. You know, I've just got to keep it up in order to get a C, and I did. I think my C in mathematics and my C in my C in maths at GCSE and my C in biology at A-level were probably the hardest academic things I've ever done, and thus in a way the best I've managed to achieve. Although I would say, academically speaking, my dissertation at university is the thing that I'm most sort of proud about, and I'm pretty proud of the amount of work that I produced for the health and social care GMVQ as well, because there's a hell of a lot of documentation that goes with that. I am disappointed in music, but I think that that's sort of justly deserved, because I managed to get, you know, I didn't get a C in the GCSE, but I did manage to pass grade 3 clarinet when I shouldn't have done, really, because had they just put a grade 3 piece in, but the idea of passing the test is that you can play anything at that level, and of course I couldn't. So there we are. That has brought us up to the end of school, and after that I went to university, but we will look at those sort of things in a later Diary Days video.